It's three, it's two, and it's one, and you're tapped and tuned into the Impact Channel. I am Benny Foster, and I welcome you to the Impact Channel. I give a shout out to my lovely wife, Miss Lisa Foster, and what I basically want to do is say happy Sunday first and foremost. All right. What I basically want make sure that we have good volume on here, guys. I want to thank you for your subscription. I want to thank you that you are sharing. Uh, Welcome to the channel, and this is where we learn together, grow together. All right. Ooh, I'm glad I checked that. I spelled that wrong. Welcome to the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Uh, I want to just make sure that everything is good with you guys. Um, I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being a support. Uh, I want to talk about change tonight. It's going to be quick because the sun is going down. So um, definitely want to make sure that we are getting in where we fit. Make sure that my microphone is good. I typically can see when I need to fix the mic. Maybe I'm thinking about Facebook. Not sure. But I am Benny Foster. I am a mentorship coach, a servant, a steward of the kingdom. And I have so many things I can talk about and tell you about myself. But what I want to talk about is something that can resonate with you. So if you're taking notes, please take notes because I'm getting ready to share an acronym of change with you guys. I'm getting ready to share the acronym of change with you here today. Okay? All right, all right, all right. So, my acronym for change. Hey, my acronym for change, and that's the word C.H.A.N.G.E. Again, change. The acronym for change is C.H.A.N.G.E. And of course, you're going to see a period behind each letter showing you that there is a word that can go with each letter. If you're hopefully not new to the acronym world, it's where you take a series of words and you string them together, and it actually brings you to a new word and a new definition. Okay. Yes, I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. Thank you guys for watching. So listen, real quick, change. The C in the acronym change is for to check yourself. You know at this point in life if you are on track for the goals that you set for yourself. You know whether you are doing the things that it take to accomplish those goals, to accomplish those dreams, those benchmarks, those things that you want to come to pass, okay? So the C in the acronym change is for check yourself. Look in the mirror and ask yourself, what are you doing? Are you working out every day? Are you keeping up with your healthy eating habits? Are you not smoking a pack a day like you used to? Are you not going around the people, places, and things that tend to stir you up and create some type of monster in you? There's such a thing as hanging out with people, and they will influence you in such a way that it actually stokes the toxicness on the inside of you, or the beast on the inside of you, to where you have to be careful because they say do not let evil communication corrupt good manners. And so, what I want to do is help you today by showing you how to change. So, the C is check yourself and change. The C, check yourself. The H, you have to have habits that help. Habits. HABITS. In order for you to change, you have to check yourself every day, look in the mirror, have your checklist, have your vision written down. That's the C. The H is for habits that help. You have to create habits that help. You create your habits, then your habits create you. Your habits will become the descriptive that they use to describe you. A doctor goes for years and years of doctoral training. They go for more years than most people that go to college. You go to college 4 years, then you go and get your master's, then you go get your doctorate, and then you go do a residency. You do all these things. So it may be 8 to 10 years later that you become a doctor, but you have now created a habit that now you can put that doctor you on your name. If it's Dr. Ezo, if it's Dr. Ernestine, if it's Dr. Harris, if it's Dr. Jacobs, you now have let that habit create a descriptive of who you are, okay? So the C is for checking yourself, the H is for habits that help, the A is for answer all the unanswered questions. If you are becoming someone that does something like carpentry, and if you don't know what all the tools are used for, if you don't know how to properly read a tape measure, you need to be able to answer all the unanswered questions so you can become this person that you are becoming by knowing the answers, by becoming the carpenter, by becoming the cybersecurity specialist, by becoming the lawyer, by becoming the baker, the butcher, the candlestick maker, whatever it is that you are becoming, you have to answer all the unanswered questions so you can become a master or professional at that which you are becoming. The C is for check yourself. The H is for habits that help. The A is for answer all unanswered questions. Answer the questions you may have pertaining to what it is you're becoming. And the N in the word change in the acronym is for no. Let your no be no. You're gonna reach a time in life where you're gonna have to say no. You're gonna have to let your no be no. You can't let no one change your no. You can't let anyone convince you to do what it is that you know is not adding up or aligning with the things that you want to come to pass. You got to be able to say no and let your no be a firm no. It happens every time. You got to be able to say no. Okay. So the C is for check yourself. The H is for habits that help. The A is for answer all unanswered questions. The N is for being able to say no when it's time for you to say no. See, once you begin to become this person and become this thing that you want to become, this job description or this I guess I say credential that you're going for, that things are gonna come to distract you. People, places, and things are gonna come to get you off track. But you got to be able to say no if it's not aligning with what it is that you want to be, who you want to become, where you're going, and how you want to get there. That no will be resounding, okay? So that's the C, the H, the A, the N. Now the G is for staying grounded. Yeah, yeah, you're gonna get a bunch of information, but you gotta remain humble. You gotta stay grounded, man. You can't get such a big head that you floating around like you so spiritual and so intelligent that you're no earthly good. You cannot allow the knowledge, wisdom that you're about to get. You cannot become drunk off power. You have to stay grounded, okay? You must stay grounded in order to go forward. Everything takes off from the ground. Thank you, Susan. Everything takes off from the ground. The bird takes off from a tree limb or a telephone line or a telephone pole or the roof of a house. The airplane takes off from a runway. Everything takes off from being grounded. So in order for you to go into the E now in the word change, which is actually excel, which is actually take off, you must be grounded in order to take off. Well, Benny, you just said a whole lot. Let me do a review. Change. This is your acronym for change. Hopefully, you'll go back and you will take notes. The C in the acronym change is for check yourself. Every day, check yourself and make sure that you are aligning with the things that you want to come forth in your life. The C in the acronym change is for check yourself. The H is for habits that help instead of habits that hurt. You're going to have to create habits that are leading and guiding you into shaping you and making you that person that you want to become. Getting that credential, getting that license, getting that business, getting that home, working on that relationship. Habits that help, not hurt. It's the H in the word change, okay? The A in the acronym for change is answer all of the unanswered questions. Do not let someone catch you slacking. If you are a text preparer, if you are a person that prepares people taxes, make sure that you know how to prepare their taxes. Know all the unanswered questions that go down and say, what is a Q&A for taxes? Be prepared. Be ready. Okay, that's the A in the acronym for change. C.H.A.N.G.E. The N again is for no. Be able to say no. When you get busy and you begin to go to these classes and you begin to study all this stuff online and have your training, you may be studying one night on your iPad or something, and somebody called and say, hey, you want to go to the party? You want to shoot out of town for a few days? I'm not saying you can't have any fun, but I'm saying you have to be able to say no. Somebody say, hey, but you know that this is going to eat into your time to become that licensed chiropractor, to become that business owner, this thing that you've been trying to do. So sometimes you have to say no, not because you mean, not because you're being ugly, but the no has to be a resounding no because you have to stay focused, okay? That's the N in the word change. The G is for staying grounded, staying humble, and making sure that there's a foundation being built. Keep your humility. Humility is power under control. And last but not least, that E is for excel. You will be able to take off if you check yourself, the C in change. If you have habits that help, the H in change. If you answer all the unanswered questions, the A in the acronym change. If you be able to say no and mean it when it's time to say no to some things that are distracting you and mean it, that's the N in the acronym change. And the G is for staying grounded, foundational, preparing for something that is the next letter, which is E in the acronym change, which is excel, take off. That's how you change your life. You have been tapped and tuned into the Impact Channel. I told you every day I'm coming to you. I'm dropping it like it's hot, and I'm giving you something that you can apply to your life to make your life better. All right? Make sure you subscribe, like, love, and share. Tell someone about the Impact Channel and share this video with someone that you know that have been trying to change, just couldn't get it together. They got to check themselves. They got to have habits that help. They got to answer the unanswered questions. They got to be able to say no and mean it. They got to stay grounded, which is humility, and then they can excel, take off in whatever it is that they want to change in their life. I'm Benny Foster. You've been tapped and tuned to the Impact Channel. Salute you. I love you. God bless you.